Warning: the following podcast contains strong language which some listeners may find offensive. The Untitled Wrestling Podcast is on all the usual social media outlets. Do your bit to support us on Facebook and YouTube at Untitled Wrestling Podcast, Twitter, Twitch and Discord at Untitled Res Pod. Give us a like, share, subscribe and join our flourishing community of not just wrestling fans, but gamers, podcasters, musicians and more. Oh, mate, do you know what? That was hilarious. I heard that. I hadn't unmuted you. No one else heard that. Oh, mate, fucked it.
Welcome, everyone, to UWP. Our NXT review is me and Troy, and we've not been cancelled because we've not helicoptered women in an aeroplane cabin.
Fucking hell. Just as bad second time round. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's, yeah, what a week. Man alive. It's only Wednesday and we've had this absolute shithousery to deal with.
Well, it's Wednesday today, time of recording. The next episode's tomorrow, Troy. It can only get better.
Can it though?
I mean, it's about Chris Canyon. It'll be more wholesome. Wholesome's a strong word.
Wholesome's a strong word.
It won't be because of him. Yeah. It'll be everyone else, but it's fine. Don't worry. It's all allegations.
It's such a weird time to be a wrestling fan where you've got the absolute excitement and awe and speculation of everything AEW's doing, and then you got Dark Side of the Ring just coming in and shit on everyone's parade with all of this, like, oh, look what they did. Like, fuck, what a way to bring you crashing back down to earth.
As I said on the AEW review, I phoned Chavo Guerrero back up telling him he can have his contract back.
Fucking hell. How are you anyway? You alright?
I'm alright. It's our NXT review. I love doing these with you, Troy, mate.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy doing it with you.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying NXT for the moment.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to it. Before that though, has it worked? I don't know if it's worked. Oh, I think it's fucked it. Fuck it. Anyway, here's some tidbits.
Tidbit. Not better.
Yeah, there you go. There's your sound effect. There's your introduction. Boom.
That's all you need. Let's go. 21st and 22nd we're doing in September, obviously, because it's September. One birthday for the 21st in 1956. A true legend in tag team wrestling, still going today. Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express.
Is he still going?
GCW, mate.
Fucking hell, they will employ anyone, won't they?
Whoa! I will not take that. Just remember,
fair play.
Jackson Riker is still a thing.
Jackson Riker is still employed. Remember that. Remember that. Mate.
We'll go all the way back to 1933, Troy.
Will we? Aye, hen.
It's not often we go that far back. That's dangerous. CML, or known at the time as EMLL. Did I say 12 the first time?
CMLL, yeah.
Yeah. Did I say that? I feel like I said.
I think you did.
Promoted its first card in Mexico. It's the world's oldest wrestling company, still going strong today.
That
still
it is.
Alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good.
there you go. Well, it's coming up for 100 years.
100 years?
Holy shit.
That's mental.
And in 2003, Troy, I did forgive you but now you're unforgiven. 2003.
Right. Go on, dickhead.
The Dudley Boys beat La Resistance in a handicap tables match for the tag titles. Hey,
La Resistance.
A tables match to start the show off usually is okay. So.
I mean, yeah, it's alright, but it was La Resistance.
But you want to know what's not okay? Tess defeated Scott Steiner for Stacy Keibler's services.
Oh, man. It hurts my little head. It really does.
Oh, that's so good.
Is it?
The thing is, see, before this pay-per-view, they had Bad Blood, like, a couple of months before. I'm pretty sure, like, Stacy Keibler went with Scott Steiner at that point. I'm sure the rules was the exact same
I think you're right. Yeah.
It changes over.
Yeah, it's pish. That's what it is, it's pish.
Randy Orton beat Shawn Michaels.
Randall Keith.
Yeah, I assume just evolution things. Lita and Trish Stratus defeated Gail Kim and Molly Holly because the women have got to be in there somewhere.
Somewhere, even if they only get a 2.5 minute match, which is probably what it was.
6 minute 46.
Wow.
That's more than usual.
Instant classic.
Yep. Kane defeated Shane McMahon in a last man standing match.
As opposed to who? Shane who? You had to add McMahon on there, like there was another Shane of relevance back then.
Come on, who's a,
also, if you're gonna talk about him, you're addressing by his proper name. Sweat McMahon.
Sweat McMahon. Oh, I thought you were gonna make me say best in the world.
Nah, he's just a sweaty boy. Sweaty boy. That's it. Not the best the sweatiest in the world.
Christian retained the Intercontinental title in a triple threat in the longest match of the night versus Chris Jericho and Rob Van Dam.
How long was that?
19 minutes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then after that, Orton and Michaels went literally 16 seconds less.
Bloody hell. Triple threat matches, you expect at least 20, 25. Like, that should be a chunk of the show.
To be fair, Unforgiven in 2003, it was probably only like a 2.5 hour.
Oh, yeah, this is before they started bloating them out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
What was that? You want a banger of a match? Okay. Al Snow and Jonathan Coachman defeated Jerry the King Lawler and Jim Ross for the right to be commentators for Raw.
Oh, my life.
That got more than the women's match. 8 minutes.
As if Jim Ross is going 8 minutes in a ring.
Apparently so.
Jim Ross was never even a wrestler, was he? Do you know what's also scary? Jerry Lawler is still wrestling. Jerry Lawler was wrestling on fucking Impact this week. Was it this week? Was it Impact? Scott Steiner came back. Didn't he have a match against Scott Steiner? Fuck me. Put your teeth in, Troy. Scott Steiner. I'm sure I read somewhere.
The pressure of being live.
Whoa, fuck it. Right, I'm looking it up. You carry on, and I'm having a look.
I know he had a match against Enzo Amore like a couple of weeks ago.
He did. He had a coffin match.
A coffin match.
Yeah, 18th of September. Jerry Lawler versus Scott Steiner.
On what? Impact?
I don't know. Like,
I don't think it was Impact.
Well, Scott Steiner made his in-ring return just as at a wrestling event. Why did I think it was Impact?
Yeah,
I think it might have been because the last time he was seen was on Impact, maybe.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. The fact that it's 2021 and Jerry Lawler is wrestling Scott Steiner.
I mean, it wouldn't have been
What
fun
the
to
fuck?
watch.
It wouldn't have been fun to watch.
No.
It'd have been an absolute car crash.
And then the main event, Goldberg wins the World Heavyweight title in a title versus career match versus Triple H. Had Triple H been DQ'd or counted out, he would have lost the title. This is Bike Shorts Triple H.
Big Shorts Triple H.
Bike Shorts.
Oh, Bike Shorts. Oh, dear. Ooh.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. They don't look good on anyone. They don't look good on you even if you're wearing if you're riding a bike. Let alone in a wrestling ring. Crap.
What have I done? Oh, I've broke things. Oh, God.
You've broke to that.
I've just deleted all the things. That's not good.
Press Control and Z, Aaron. That'll undo it.
If I get Control and Z, No, it's not doing it.
Whoa, what have you done? Also, why do you sound like you're shitting yourself? Why do you sound like you're actually taking a dump on your office chair?
It's fine, they're right here, but...
What have you done? Have you deleted all of your notes?
It's fine, don't worry about it. It's cool. Next up, we're going Night of Champions 2014! Yeah!
Fucking Christ alive! Right, carry on, as you were. Jesus.
See, this would have been cut out if we didn't do it live. This is your fault, Troy. It's fine.
Mate.
Night of Champions 2014. I don't feel like a champion right now. In the opening match, Goldust and Stardust defeated the Usos for the WWE Tag Titles.
Right.
Sheamus beat Cesaro to retain the US title.
I bet that was stiff.
The Miz defeated Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental title. Seth Rollins defeated Roman Reigns by forfeit.
Hey?
Apparently.
Right.
Yeah, it just says non-applicable for time.
No.
So,
Okay.
fuck knows what happened.
Time was a construct to them in that match. They didn't have to worry about it.
No, I didn't have to worry about it.
Didn't hear worry.
Rusev beat Mark Henry by submission.
Right.
Well, this was meant to be Night of Champions. The fuck's going on here? Randy Orton defeated Chris Jericho in a singles match.
Right.
No title. Just a singles match. AJ Lee defeated Nikki Bella and Paige in a triple threat for the Divas title.
Right.
And in the main event, John Cena defeated Brock Lesnar by DQ for the world title. So I assume he didn't win it.
Wow.
That was a naff card.
That sounds like an absolute trawl to get through of a pay-per-view.
That was a naff joke. Joke? It's a joke, that card. It is a...
Chalk.
It's a joke. Well, and finally, for 21st, in 2020, a year ago, Troy, a year ago, on Raw, the in-ring debut of Retribution happened versus the Hurt Business.
God, was that only a year ago?
That was only a year ago.
Fucking hell. Feels like an age ago. It might as well have been the Attitude Era. Feels like fucking years ago.
I mean, the way that all happened, it may have as well been in that.
Do you know what? That's so disappointing. That could have been so good. So good.
I mean, if you go to the podcast about it, a Raw review.
Do you know what? Retrospectively, I might go back and listen to that.
What? How awful the Retribution
I think I was trying to defend it for about 3 or 4 episodes. You lot were shitting on it.
Yep. So
hindsight's a bitch. Oh, mate.
We've got the 22nd now, one birthday. In 1972, Roman Reigns' mum's sister's daughter's cousin, Luther Reigns.
Fucking Luther Reigns. Wowee. Brilliant.
Oh, in 2002, WWE... I did forgive you for me deleting all my notes and stuff, Troy, but you're unforgiven again. So,
oh, joy.
Yeah, 2002, we're going for Unforgiven. Kane, Goldust, Booker T, and Bubba Ray Dudley defeated the Un-Americans, which are Lance Storm, Christian, William Regal, and Test.
So, right, okay. The Un-Americans.
The Un-Americans.
Fuck me, they might as well just call them the foreign invaders.
What were they called in fucking TNA?
Who? I don't know who you're referring to.
Global Warning, that was it.
Global Warning?
Yeah, get it? Because warming, but it's a warning and they're not American. Get it? See?
Hang on, didn't WWE do a pay-per-view called Global Warning? And it was in Australia.
It was in Australia, yeah. 2002.
Yeah.
It wasn't a pay-per-view, it was just a
was it just like a big house show? Okay.
Yeah. That they put out on tape because the main event was like Brock, Triple H, and Rock. And a triple threat.
Okay, now giving that away on free TV. Behave yourselves.
It wasn't even on TV, it was just a DVD, a house show.
Ah, so if they'd have had the network, it would have been like one of those network specials.
Yeah, basically.
Like fucking
live in Melbourne.
Big in Japan. Oh no, that's People Just Do Nothing. I can't remember. Whatever that one was where it had fucking... Was it Brock Lesnar was on it and Finn was on it? Beast in the East, that was it.
That's when fucking... Was that not when Balor won the title in the ladder match?
And he beat Joe in the ladder match.
He beat Kevin Owens.
Oh, was it Kevin? Oh, it was Kevin Owens. Yeah, I remember.
Brock Lesnar just killed Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, that was...
The first time.
The first time, part one. Not when there was a championship involved, the difficult second album.
Chris Jericho retained Intercontinental title against Ric Flair. Ugh. Eddie Guerrero defeated Edge. 3-minute warning defeated Billy and Chuck. 3-minute warning.
Who were in 3-minute warning? Was it Rosie
and Jamal.
Rosie and Jamal, a.k.a. Roman Reigns' brother and Umaga.
Yes.
That was it. Umaga!
With Rico.
With fucking Rico! Oh, God.
Wait, wasn't Rico with Billy and Chuck?
Yes. I don't know what happened. Was it a custody of Rico match?
Does it matter?
No, it really does. I'm not going to be in a rush to go back and watch that particular match.
Triple H defeated Rob Van Dam to retain the world title. I'm pretty sure that was his first defense after getting it handed to him.
Who's? Triple H?
Yeah.
Handed to him?
Yeah, because it was when they only had one belt. And then Eric Bischoff handed him the big gold.
Oh, was this just after the invasion, or during the invasion? Just after, or...?
It was like 9 months after Invasion. But
oh, well, hang on. So they'd only just introduced the World Heavyweight title then?
They got rid of the Undisputed thing at Vengeance the year before. So probably like just under a year.
Hang on. So they unified the belts?
Yes.
And then they binned off the unified belt and split them up again?
Yes, because then Stephanie signed Brock Lesnar when he was champion and went, he's my champion, Eric Bischoff.
Oh, I see. So Eric was just like, right, fine. I'll bring out big gold again then.
Pretty much. That's genuinely how it went.
Yeah, fair dues.
Trish Stratus defeated Molly Holly for the women's title. Again, 2002. I'm pretty sure it was her first women's title. I'm sure it was.
OG women's title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was Trish Stratus' first title.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Sure,
probably, yeah, it feels around that time.
Because we're coming up for Survivor Series 2002.
Your favourite pay-per-view of all time.
Yeah. Let's go. Chris Benoit defeated Kurt Angle in the semi-main event.
Let's just give that on there because fucking bang, I bet.
And in the main event, Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker ended in a double DQ for the WWE title. So
it didn't change hands?
No, but it would give you the No Mercy Hell in a Cell match the following month.
Oof, you fucker.
That's why you got the Hell in a Cell match.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Decent.
And is that the right one? It is. See, we're back in the game.
Aye, pal.
Finally, 2017, Ring of Honor presents Death Before Dishonor 15, or XV if you're Roman. Billy Ray and the Briscoes defeated the Kingdom. That's Matt Taven, TK O'Ryan, and Vinny to receive a Ring of Honor 6-man tag team title match later on in the show. Marty Scurll defeated Chucky T.
Don't worry about it.
Punishment Martinez defeated Jay White in a Las Vegas street fight. The Hung Bucks, that's the Young Bucks and Hangman Page, defeated Billy Ray and the Briscoes to retain the 6-man tag titles. Kenny King defeated Kushida for the World TV title. Silas Young defeated Jay Lethal in a Last Man Standing match.
What, are you confirming that it was?
No, I've lost you on my screen. There we go. Jesus Christ, that was scary. Motor City Machine Guns defeated the Young Bucks. Young Bucks pulling double duty for the World Tag titles.
Okay.
And in the main event, Cody retained the world title, defeated Minoru Suzuki.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
Why didn't Suzuki just murder him?
just rip all his wee skin tags off.
Fucking hell. Cody was Ring of Honor champion at the time. Suzuki never openweight champion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, and that is tidbits.
Nice, thanks, pal.
Oh, that was stressful, but it's fine. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Will we talk about some NXT?
Let's do it, mate. Let's talk about NXT. Let's do it.
NXT 2.0. Sorry, gotta get that right every
NXT
time.
2.0.
Got to say
2.0.
it.
Yeah, don't you forget.
More on that later. We start off with 7 men just casually in the ring at the start, giving it Yaldi to the crowd. It's cool. It was weird.
I'm going to be honest, this whole opening segment reeked of it. It felt very Vince McMahon. It was, let's chuck people in the ring. Let's have a big fucking 15-minute promo to start off the show. Like,
15-minute promo. It's a new show. Oh, last week was so good. The reboot.
I get wanting to put like your new guys and gals, or in this case your new guys, on screen in front of people, get them established. But it doesn't need a 15-minute promo.
No,
I really doesn't. Especially when you had 7 guys in the ring, and out of those 7, only 2 of them actually fucking spoke, didn't they? Like, you need everyone else in there. You could have had Ciampa come out and just cut that promo without any of them being in the ring.
Yeah.
But with those 7 guys in, it felt even more forced. Like, it was very raw, wasn't it?
Well, let's make this laughable, right? We'll have a few jokes about this because it's what we do, Troy.
It's what we do.
Ciampa comes in with Goldie. He says 908. Obviously, because it was when he lost his title. And on the 908th day, I reclaim what I never lost. That's not how counting works. It would have been the 907th day. He's on like 908, but it's cool.
Right, listen, Carol Vorderman. Stop it with your maths nonsense.
I'm just saying. Come on, Ciampa, mate.
Play the game, yeah?
Play the game.
Come on, Thomas.
If you're going to talk about numbers, know your numbers. He talks about how there's new refreshing faces, even though there's new paint, it's still NXT with compassionate fans. It's NXT 2.0, but it's fine.
Come on, Thomas. Were you not CC'd into the email where Vince went, you've got to explicitly call it NXT 2.0?
And if you think you just done it once, oh boy. He gets the crowd to say, we are NXT. NXT 2.0. Come on, crowd, play the game.
To be fair, they do at one point. They do start just chanting 2.0.
2.0.
Part of me wants to. Well, I didn't like it. I also think Kevin Dunn was there, chiming that in.
Don't.
No fans in their right mind are sat there chanting 2.0.
2.0.
Unless they're chanting for the actual 2.0, and in that case, they're at the wrong show.
Eventually, Grimes comes out. Joe Gacy speaks. LA Knight instantly interrupts him.
LaKnight.
Put over your young talent by just getting somebody to just interrupt them instantly. It's cool. Jones.
Go on. I've got something on that.
Right, okay. Odyssey Jones interrupts him, and then Bad Street Birmingham shows up. Says
Bad Street Birmingham. How dare you? How very dare you?
I mean, come on, it's getting on a bit.
You're getting on a bit.
Whoa!
That's Pete, baddest man in NXT. Done. Yeah.
Bad Street Birmingham.
Put some fucking respect on that name.
A brawl ensues basically at the end of this.
Loads of fuckery. I didn't mind. Like, I like that. All I see here is a load of geezers that are scared to throw the first punch. And Tommaso Ciampa's like, right, fuck you then. Bosh. Fuck yous. Hey. I didn't mind this, like, the old guard of NXT, if you like. I say that. LA Knight's been there for, like, a hot minute. He ain't been there all that long. But in comparison to these newer guys, like, it was almost like they've started building some rivalries there just based on who's interrupted each other on those promos sort of thing. And it's not putting them over, but it's kind of just like, okay, here's your new guys, here's your old guard. There's a bit of toe-to-toe, there's a bit of kind of like, you know, microphone back and forth stuff. Like, I didn't mind it. It was kind of, it just went on too long. You didn't really need to do this. Like, there's better ways I could have done it, I think.
Yeah, it's just pretty naff, ain't it?
Yeah.
After us praising the hell out of NXT 2.0 last week.
No,
it
was just, it's this section here, this first 15 minutes was just very typical main roster start to a show.
Yeah, you knew what was
like Tommaso Ciampa coming out and cutting the first promo. Yes, he's just won the title. Why would you not kick it off with your champion? That's fine. B, why would you not show, you know, potential contenders to said championship? But just not in this, not where they're just kind of stood there while he's cutting a 10-minute promo, kind of like bumbling about. Like, just, I don't know.
Yeah. After the brawl ensues, Breaker and Ciampa square off with Bad Lads. That's with a double D and a double Z.
Bad Lads.
Bad Lads. Because
the West Midlands Yorkshire Alliance.
Yeah.
Synergy.
And then whilst they four square off, Kaylee Ray is fighting in the background with B-Fab and
man.
I think Amari Miller was another one.
I think so.
Lopez was another one.
Yeah, just all the galdem.
All four of the galdem.
All four of the galdem just kicking off, slapping like elbows, nails, roughneck tings. Yeah, that's what's going on.
It's just because I can't wait to talk about Kaylee Ray.
Can't you? From Johnson, Scotland, remember?
From Johnson. Get it right. Well done. Breaker
Aye, pal.
Breaker challenges them to a tag match, basically. And it was pretty obvious what was happening as soon as they squared off. Yes. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And then, next up, Diamond Mine.
Oh, love Diamond Mine. Love their presentation.
Yeah.
I think they look awesome. I think with that, what's her name? Ivy Nile added to the ranks. And the Creed brothers. They look like a force, don't they? They look cool. They look really good.
Like a genuine faction.
Yeah, man.
That's got tiers. Like, you know who's in charge. You know.
There's your tag team. There's your manager. Yeah. There's your front man. There's your female stuff. Like, just,
there's no mixing it up. You know who's who.
Yeah.
Diamond Mine appear as strong faces Kushida for the Cruiserweight title. Before the match starts, Wade Barrett goes, Strong's the first man that's going to add gold to all these diamonds. Good line, but it's silver. There's a lot of this, by the way.
Is there? I'm sure you've picked up on it.
There's a lot of this. This show got very dull the longer it went.
Right, carry on. I'm intrigued now.
Match starts. Lots of feeling out, wrestling stuff. Even though it's not a wrestling show, it's sports entertainment, but it's fine. Kushida starts getting the lead with strikes. Goes for the arm. Kushida hits Strong's elbow off the floor from the top rope. What do they call it, Troy? It's an up and down.
It's an up and down. Yeah, I've got that in my notes. More up and down from Vic.
More up and down.
Vic, if you like ups and downs so much, fuck off to What Culture, yeah? Because they do that sort of business over there. Not on NXT 2.0.
Or just listen to the Venga Boys, won't it?
Kushida genuinely looks like he's trying to fucking break Roddy's arm at one point. He gets him in that submission where he's trapped both of his arms in, like one with one leg, one in the other, and it's just like, one thing I will say about both of these guys, not just in this match, but any match they're in, they both look like they genuinely want to hurt you. Like, they know what they're doing, and every attack's just fucking targeted and precise, and just, Yeah. Like, anytime Roddy does a backbreaker, it looks vicious. Anytime Kushida grabs someone's arm, it looks vicious. So to see these two kind of, like, tear it up was really cool.
Yeah, I've always liked Kushida.
Yeah.
WCPW World Cup winner, by the way.
Did he win it?
He won it, aye.
Ah, did not know.
Him v Ospreay in the final.
Damn, I bet that slapped.
It slapped.
I went to the Mexico leg of that in Coventry, which is pretty cool.
Then Kushida connects a hoverboard lock. Bivens puts Strong's foot on the rope. Then the Creed brothers pull. I couldn't read one right now. The Creed brothers pull him out the ring. Ivy Nile.
Yeah.
Ivy Nile Superman punches and assists Strong for the win, basically.
Of course he was going to win by fuckery.
I mean, it was... I didn't mind it. I thought it was...
No, I didn't mind it. My thing was, like... I'm not disappointed that Roderick Strong won. I think to, like, cement this faction, there needs to be, a belt in there. Roddy was always going to be the first one to win gold out of all of them. It felt right. Like, it felt timing-wise like Kushida needed to lose it. Like, it just become a little bit stagnant with him.
Yeah, he wasn't
really doing much with it. However, I think because they built Diamond Mine up, not so much, not loads, but they've built them up a fair degree. And dethroning Kushida, who's had it for, I think they said like 130 odd days or something. Not the lengthiest of title reigns. But he did well in doing those open challenges where he got a lot of those guys that were in the breakout tournament, like some TV time and in a high-profile match for a belt against an established guy.
Yeah.
I feel like this didn't have as much build around. I know that there's been the whole storyline of, Kushida's been ducking Strong for weeks and stuff like that. But it just kind of, I don't know, it didn't quite have the bang, like the poof that I thought it would or hoped it would, given...
I don't think it had much time either, to be honest. I didn't feel like it.
No,
I don't
know it felt rushed.
I don't know if it was because it was a good match or if it just didn't actually...
I agree. I think it felt rushed. But I am happy that Roddy's got a belt. And I really hope that with Diamond Mine, they really get involved in all of the other kind of championship pictures. In a year's time, we'll be talking about it and saying, like, the Creed brothers... tag team champions, Ivy Nile women's champion.
Whatever age they are.
Yeah, like they're young as hell, man. Like, yeah. I think it's cool. I feel like they might go down that same route as kind of Undisputed Era. Like at some point, they're gonna all have the gold. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, it's like we were saying about them as a faction. I think it's really, really good. I think they're really well presented as a faction, and it's nice to see the build up of lots of others. We've got Hit Row, we've got Legado. We've got Diamond Mine. There's even a couple of women's factions, two of which we'll get onto later on. Like, may not be all that, but it's nice to see the emergence of factions again. Like, we haven't had that for a while. Remember, like, me and you both watching the Attitude Era back now. You're a little bit ahead of me on it, but, like, it's full of fucking factions. And yes, sometimes it can be a bit of a kind of complicated mess.
I mean, some of them, there's no need for them, like DOA and...
Yeah.
There's not a need for them.
Don't worry about those ones, mate. Don't worry about them.
You can oversaturate it, but I think with NXT 2.0 it's okay, because they're all actually doing something.
That's the thing. They're all doing something. They're all active, and provided that every member of that faction is active in some way, they're not just been put together for the sake of having a faction, and you've got people there that don't do anything. If they're all doing something, that's good. And they are. Like, you look at Legado, they're involved in a tag team rivalry. The woman in that group is involved in a women's rivalry. And it's the same as, I'm sure we'll get that with Diamond Mine as well. Like, they're clearly building up, like, the Creed brothers to be, like, viable contenders and just having them, like, run over everyone. They've already got a champion in Roderick Strong. And I don't think, I feel like they'll give Ivy Nile the same treatment as they did with Xia Li, where they'll have her beat kind of enhancement talent for a bit and then eventually put her in a sort of semi-high profile match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Speaking of people we don't care about. I don't know what I was trying to do. That was a shite segue. Anyway, Grayson Waller shows up. If you didn't know who he was, he's Drake Maverick's pal.
He's Dexter Loomis. He's Dexter Loomis's illegitimate son. Is what he looks like.
I don't like him.
What do you like him, Aaron? What do you like him?
The whole Drake Maverick stuff. I'm probably not meant to like him, but then he's against Roderick Strong, so then my balance in wrestling just is all over the place.
You don't want to like him, but in that rivalry, you're supposed to like him.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I don't want.
I'll be honest. I've not really seen much of him to kind of gauge whether I do or don't like him.
I think the week that he was Drake Maverick's pal, you weren't doing there. It was me and Jay. I think.
Yeah, I was off that week.
Yeah, so, yeah, don't worry about him. He's gonna lose anyway.
Of course he is. Roddy's not losing in his first defence. Fucking hell. What do you think this is? Raw?
Malcolm Bivens berates him. Bivens. Yeah, Strong. Like, oh, do you want the match? And then they have a little, you asking daddy? You asking daddy?
That was quite funny. I like just Bivens like copying what he did, like I do with Jay. When me and Jay were playing Uno last night and he said something and I just repeated it in a slightly higher pitched voice, and that's always amusing regardless if he does it.
I mean,
you gonna ask daddy?
We've all done it to each other. So
yeah, I did it to you often, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's
don't worry
fine.
about it.
Don't worry about it. They've got a match next week for the Cruiserweight title. Strong and Grayson Waller.
Ooh! Faye has subscribed for 4 months on the trot. Has just joined us on the Twitch. Thank you, my dear. That's awesome.
I'll send you over bank details. You can hand over money privately. She's got too much money in her hands, tell you.
Massive thank you, Faye. Much appreciated. Thank you for joining us.
Next up, we get Tony D'Angelo promo number 2.
I've got Sloppy Tony from Chicago loitering at the docks.
With a New York accent.
Where's he from? Is he from New York? Is he from Chicago? Where the fuck is he meant to be from? I don't get it.
Oh, I don't know.
It's pish.
I'm not feeling it at all. It's too...
You watch. He'll fucking debut. He'll
be my favourite.
And it'll be your fucking bae, won't he? You'd be like, fucking Tone Capone. He's money, whatever he's called. Tone Capone. You know how you've got a nickname for fucking Cool Whip, Kyle?
Tony Macaroni.
Tony Macaroni. Well, that was what I was going to say. Head proprietor, Tony Macaroni from Chicago Inverness. I don't know.
Chicago.
Oh. Yeah, this guy, he's debuted. What's his name? Tony D'Angelo, that's it.
Aye, yeah.
Yeah. He's
debuting soon. We don't know when. And cool, riveting.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. We joke about it. It's good. It's another new face. If they're doing anything right, is they're putting a lot of new faces on in the last 2 weeks. I've seen more new faces in the last 2 weeks than I probably have on any of the brands in the last few months. So, it's all right.
But then people aren't getting on TV that we know.
But they are. They had 7 of them in the ring at the start. Did you not see?
No, not the young ones.
I know what you mean.
The other ones.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Next up, we get Jubba G, Bar Brawls promo.
Oh, what's his name? Briggs and Jensen.
Jubba G.
Jubba G. Wow. I thought this was alright, actually. Do you know what? Again, they're building up some tag teams.
I know. We've actually
just
got
2 fucking bruisers. Like, I quite like this.
Maybe the women could do the same. It's almost like Vince doesn't really care.
Oh, man. No, it was, this was cool. I quite like the way it was shot. So it was like, we saw the CCTV footage of them just like having a scrap, and then it cuts back to like the piece to camera interview of them just basically like recollection of, I was at the bar, I'd lost my match.
We love a good fight.
This is what happened. We both love a good fucking scrap, and we thought, do you know what? Let's fucking tag together and just beat people up. It's brilliant.
Jibba Protection Agency.
Jibba. Please stop calling them Jibba.
Jibba Protection Agency.
Nah. Stop it.
It's going to be a thing, I tell you. And then next up we get Kaylee Ray, Faye Johnson.
Kaylee Ray, friend of the podcast. Fucking love Kaylee Ray.
Aye, Kaylee Ray, my hero. Versus Amari Miller. Before the match starts, though, I've got a lot of things to say.
Have you now, pal?
Yeah, well, there's no much to say on the match, so I've got...
What I was going to say is pish all to say on the match.
Beth's got a new name for Kaylee Ray. Scary Queen of Scots.
Yeah. Nah, you're alright. No, thank you. Scary could just...
I mean, it's better than the Scottish Daredevil. You could just not have the word Scot
you could,
or Scottish.
Or you could just not give nonsense fucking nicknames. Could just call her Kaylee Ray.
You could just call her Kaylee Ray.
Could just call her Kaylee Ray. You don't even have to mention the Forever Champion, because we know that she's not that anymore.
Forever has a meaning, gosh. Amari Miller spends far too long popping bubbles with music. Sounded like typical generic radio bangers, quote unquote.
That's your favourite, isn't it? Isn't that what you play in Boys Club on a Saturday?
With Pokeballs on her chest.
She comes out like she's trying to poke invisible bubbles. It's a bit weird.
They weren't invisible. They were there.
Were they?
They were there.
Is there a bubble machine?
There was genuinely a bubble machine there. But it did cut to a promo of her. And she was still popping bubbles at the end of it.
They love doing this, don't they?
So she popped bubbles that whole solid minute or whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to keep shitting on it. I get what they're trying to do. I get they're trying to kind of introduce stuff, but don't like this whole thing where they're like, we'll give it her entrance and then we'll just do this weird kind of like in-shot promo where they're like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm new to NXT. Oh, I'm here to do this. Watch me pop bubbles. Get fucked.
Just my dreams have already came true.
It's really hokey. And the thing is, it's not just NXT that does this. Like no. They do it. They even do it with established guys and girls. Yeah. And you're just like, but I know who they are. And if I don't know who they are, then have them do like they do on NXT. Although they've started doing that a little bit in NXT, where like they'll have their intro down the ramp and then they'll play this little like in-shot video thing. Or you could do what they typically do on there, is you have them have a match. You don't give them that little bit of introduction, but if it's someone that you're trying to introduce over the following weeks, you then just play these little piece of camera interviews over the following weeks and just give a little bit of background on each person so that when they come around for their next match, you go, oh, okay, I remember her in her first match. I've seen these few little piece of camera like interview promos. I've got a bit more idea about her character. Instead of having these like quick, like 20-second hokey, like, oh, I've already made my dreams while they're walking down to just, oh. it boils my piss. That's what it does. It grinds my gears.
Match starts. If she boils your piss, it's okay. Because Kaylee Ray does a murder like she's in Glasgow and in a block of flats.
Fucking hell. Yeah, again though, there's this weird thing they do, like it was essentially a squash match.
This one was better than the first one.
Oh yeah,
by far. Yeah.
No, I won't shit on it too much. It was a squash match. She hits the gory special from sort of out of nowhere. She kind of just hoists her up and picks her up, and you're just, oh, okay, she's putting her into that.
It's the issue with that move. You've got to do a little bit of setup before.
It's not something you can hit out of nowhere, is it?
Yeah. It's like, you know what she's going for once she starts doing it.
It's not a surprise move like, hang on, you've hooked my leg and my arm. Right, hang on a minute, I know what you're doing. Come on.
Okay, come on then, just put my face first into the ground.
Come on then, plant my face into Matt.
Yeah, she wins. It's a squash match, and
yeah,
right. Just bigging up Kaylee Ray more.
It's good. There's another woman on the roster. It's cool. And Kaylee Ray is still being presented as sort of a force to be reckoned with. They're going to keep building her up. Do we think she's the one that will dethrone Gonzalez?
I want her to.
I do.
I want her
I
to.
fucking love Kaylee Ray. She is awesome.
I'm pretty sure Jay said this as well. He wants her to.
Yeah.
But I can't remember who he said thinks it's going to be. But just probably Frankie Monet next week. It's fine.
Oh, God, no. Oh, no. Lord, no.
We get a Braun Breaker promo. You can't wait. Some crowd member woos at the end of it. Might know what to do that.
They've took it out of the intro, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
Take the hint.
Don't woo at the show that they've took out the intro. Yeah, that's cool. And then, really weirdly, next up we get some guy holding a door for women into the building.
Zion Quinn.
Is that who it was?
I can't remember if they've changed his name. Let me just check. Zion.
I couldn't even tell you who it was.
He's been signed like on a sort of developmental thing for a while.
Yeah, it was a big muscly guy that got the win over.
He had
Boa.
Over who?
Boa.
Oh, Boa. Sorry, I thought you said Volta.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't beat him. Zion Quinn had a match on SmackDown last year when it was still in a performance centre and there was no crowd. He was on there. I think he had a match against someone like Sheamus. He was originally under the name of Dan. Hey?
He beat Boa on NXT like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah. He was originally in the name of Daniel Vidot, which I think is his real name. And he comes from a rugby background. I think he was a rugby league player in Australia.
Yeah, we've spoke about this before.
Yeah.
It was definitely when he beat Boa.
Definitely. And have they? Yeah, they rebranded his name a little while ago to Zion Quinn. I've put down here, and I said this kind of as soon as I saw the look of him like a number of months ago. He looks like the sort of guy that they're definitely going to invest a lot of stock in. Like he's got the look, hasn't he? He's a short haired Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that an old man Vinnie Mac likes.
I like him.
I mean, he looks like a fucking beast.
He looks like a beat. He looks like a star.
He's literally Wardle with tattoos.
Yeah.
That's genuinely what he looks like.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it'd be cool. He's holding the door open for some pretty women who are just like, we haven't seen you on TV. Like, where have you been?
Yeah,
and then
because what's her face? And he chasing him or some shit.
I don't know. I'm not
Mei
sure.
Ying. After the win against Boa, I'm sure.
Oh, possibly. Yeah. I don't know. But then some Asian guy is like something about chivalry. I think he's going to.
He squeezes through in front of them, and then
they're having a match
pushes them back. Like, whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah,
cool.
I'm certain they'll probably have a match next week. That'll be another guy that we see kind of debut as well.
Who am I meant to cheer for?
Zion.
The chivalry
Quinn.
man?
Chivalry. I'll be cheering for Mr. Quinn. Handsome Zion.
You do want to be chivalrous to the women in Scotland. Oh no.
I'm not chivalrous to you, mate.
Whoa. That was like a double entendre. That's just nasty. Next up, we got Donnie Chang's debut against Trey Baxter. First ever Singaporean signing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's chonk, isn't he?
He looked like a fucking beast.
He's a fucking unit, isn't he? Like, he's ripped to fuck.
And his music tickles my testes.
Does it?
It does.
You like that one, do you, boy?
It tickled the bald patch on my testes.
Right on the gooch.
Right on the gooch.
Yeah, he's facing Trey Baxter, who I keep calling poor man's Buddy Murphy. I'll stop doing that now. It's fine. Because he's not called Buddy Murphy anymore. He's Buddy Matthews. He's somewhere else. Don't worry about that.
He's somewhere else. It's fine.
And Trey Baxter's going to carve out his own path. And I'm sure in a year's time I'll go, Trey Baxter, he's fucking alright, isn't he?
I mean, he's a good wrestler.
Yeah. I think I was just put off by that initial promo he did when they were debuting some of these new guys. He was like, "Oh hey, that same thing."
His
like,
thing is,
"Oh hey, I'm
I'm
Trey
all
Baxter."
heart. Is it not? I'm all heart. Trey Baxter.
I'm all hard and no balls. I don't know. That's how many joke. I can't remember what he said, but it was some pish like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, match starts back and forth. Trey goes for a roll up at some point during the match.
it was a fucking squash.
Chang hits a dragon sleeper bubble bomb sort of thing to win.
It was. Do you know what it was? It
looked like the wing clipper.
It's the wing
just
clipper.
With a headlock.
It's Garza's finisher, and they were like, "Fucking."
Well, it didn't have the arms.
Barrett's like, "Oh, I've never seen that before in my life." I'm like, my exact note here is commentary say they've not seen that. Well, I guess Angel Garza can go fuck himself then.
Yeah,
because that's his move, the wing clipper.
He had the arms though.
Don't worry about
they
that.
Clip his wing.
It's the same move. Don't worry about it.
You see, Troy.
It's the same move.
That's like saying a DDT and a reverse DDT is the same move.
I mean, it's a DDT at heart.
But one's reverse.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Are you telling me a tombstone and a pile driver are the same move?
They are. You've just added the word tombstone on it.
No.
Go on.
Variations, Troy. Come on.
Oh,
variations. They're not the same.
Variations. I'm
Welsh
doing that high-pitched imitation where it sounds nothing like you, but it's still a dick move.
You made me sound Welsh there, but...
Maybe you are a little bit Welsh. I don't know. Do you not want me to tie you with that brush?
Apparently us Scottish shag sheep, so do the Welsh. It's fine.
Oh, man.
And then next up we get a fucking Andre Chase University video.
I mean, he's channeling his inner Drew Gulak here, isn't he?
I was like, are they just rehashing?
They're just rehashing Drew Gulak. They are.
We'll bin him off, but we'll give someone else a character.
We'll bin off.
Shit, they already done that on Raw, didn't they?
Well, what? Hey, what? I haven't watched Raw for ages. What do you mean? Who did they do that?
I meant just Alexa Bliss, but yeah.
What? They turned Alexa Bliss into Drew Gulak?
No.
What the fuck are you on about?
Not Drew Gulak.
What do you mean?
Oh, Alexa Bliss stole someone's character, and then the character...
Oh, sorry, you didn't say it like that. The context in which you said it made it sound like Drew Gulak had a character, and then they binned it off and they gave it to Alexa Bliss. What? So Alexa Bliss was there giving PowerPoint presentations on how to wrestle people. Right, okay.
She may as well be by now, surely.
I don't know what she's doing.
I don't know either.
I heard some nonsense from this week's Raw where apparently a drove of people walked out in the middle of a promo between her and Charlotte.
Yeah, 1,500 people just left.
Where was it? It was in England. It was over here, wasn't it?
It was over here, yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear. It's okay though. We're not here to talk about Raw. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll never speak of it again for that long anyway.
Talking about Raw is like saying Voldemort. Or Beetlejuice. Or Candyman in the mirror three times.
But stop, you've said 3 names there.
Fuck, we're all cursed, mate. The fucking Babadook's coming out.
Stop. Andre Chase University. He has to go. He has a go at Odyssey's pin in the final of the breakout tournament. Why Odyssey Jones lost? Because it was a lackadaisical cover. Lackadaisical cover.
Rookie error.
Rookie error. Then my favourite NXT superstar, Steve the Student.
Steve the Student?
Steve the Student.
That's going to be his name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. He's going to come out of like a fucking portfolio and a tablet and start taking notes mid-match like a student.
It's like Steve the Pirate from Dodgeball.
Steve the Pirate from Dodgeball. Amazing.
It's just Steve.
Just Steve. Did you notice though? And like obviously they beeped it out. Andre Chase fucking swearing like a sailor, wasn't he?
I know, what a bastard.
Like
edgy. 2.0.
2.0. Do you know there was a thing that came out there, like just to divert very slightly.
Literally today. I think
was it today?
Yeah.
There was something that came out in the news, and it was... Where is it? Here we go. Give me a moment, people. Bear with me. It was an article that came out from WrestlingNews.co. Vince McMahon reportedly wants WWE NXT 2.0 to be edgier with harsher language, more... what's that word? Oh, lenience on female gear. I mean, let's not go that far. Let's not go back to fucking...
Panties, let's go.
Oh, God. Apparently, there are more changes coming soon to NXT 2.0. Fightful is reporting that Vince McMahon wants the show to be edgier from the in-ring work and aggression to harsher language. This makes sense since the reason for the rebranding of the show is to focus more on bringing in younger viewers. NXT heavily skews towards older audiences, but it's younger viewers that advertisers care about the most. And there is a feeling that the show is uncool among many fans. Fightful added that there was something said about more lenience on female character gear. It's not clear yet what exactly that means. Another thing stated in the report is that the show needs to to keep up with current affairs with promos and character verbiage. It goes on a little bit, but yeah, quite a lengthy article, and it felt like there were some elements of that in this show.
They pushed it a bit further anyway.
Yeah, definitely did. They definitely did.
I mean, it's only little things, but again, when it's WWE, you can tell the difference.
Oh, yeah. Face says if only if the men do bra and panties matches. I mean,
their pecs are usually that big. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to see Odyssey Jones in a bra and panties match. Zion Quinn. Zion Quinn, that's fine. I'm alright with that. But
Put Brock Lesnar in a bra and panties match. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Top knot Lesnar.
Top knot Lesnar and bra and panties.
Do it, cowards.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Steve the Student go as well. Didn't Odyssey Jones beat you in the first round? And then he gets kicked out of...
Get the fuck out my class.
Is he Irish, is he?
I don't know where he's from.
I
do not know where he's from. I don't care where he's from.
Next up, we get Joe Gacy sitting in the ring, like Dustin in 1999, getting rid of the Goldust gimmick. Just, I am born again. I am Christian.
This is a bit weird.
Spiritual.
This is... Go on.
There's a man above me, an overlord. He's watching down on me.
He says he doesn't need to use male privilege to get what he wants. He wants unity and tolerance, and he wants peace within this safe space. What is his gimmick meant to be?
I think just like a Holy Spirit man.
Like a born-again Christian sort of thing. It's a bit odd.
I mean, you're saying this, I'm going to say something at the end of this segment, and you're going to be like, oh, so he does, aye. He definitely does, aye.
I've got something written down here as well. I wonder if it's...
It might be the same thing, yeah.
I think it might be. Go on.
Well, not a lot. Grimes comes out, there's a match. Not a lot happens. Joseph goes... It truly was the summer of Grimes.
Was it though?
And but Barrett immediately makes it a bit worse, where he goes, "Summer of what?" Just leaning into that, you know that other boy's little tagline that always gets rehashed.
That's fine. Just
Don't worry about it. Grimes eventually hits his cave-in for the win. But yeah, Gacy did get a bit of offense.
He hit a really nice handspring clothesline. Yeah. That looked pretty cool. And then they have a weird kind of he goes for a handshake and sort of a hug at the end of the match, like Gacy does. There was one moment in the match where he hit something, he hit some offense, and then he sort of refocused, he sort of shook his head as if he needed to center himself again. And what I got from that was shades of a sort of Bray Wyatt sort of thing. Not that I'm saying he's Bray they're doing it, but
yeah,
do you know that whole thing where Bray was kind of when he was doing the whole kids TV program thing.
I'm the presenter boy, but I've got a warrior
inside
me waiting to come out.
Sort of, yeah. Like he'd hit something, and then he'd just be like, it almost like he'd hit something, and it'd rile him up, and then he was like, no, it's okay, refocus, it's all right. And then everything he did was with a kind of smile on his face, but it was like with an underlying like, but I could fuck you up sort of thing. It's odd. I don't get it. I don't know where they're going with it, but we're talking about it, so it's clearly some intrigue there. Otherwise, we'd just poo-poo it off.
So you've put the comparison of Bray Wyatt on him. I'm going to go a different comparison. Okay. I'm going Big Kevin Owens.
Oh, that's my everything. His look, his moveset,
style of fighting,
the wrists around the tight, like all of that.
His clotheslines, his running, his kicks, they're all the same as Kevin Owens.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's exactly what I thought as well. Definite shades of KO for sure. So
I'm intrigued by Joe Gacy.
I mean, they've got to build someone up to be the next KO because he'll be fucking off in a few months. Ooh, boy! Ooh.
Yeah, I think. To be fair, I think so far Joe Gacy is the boy I'm most interested in.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Obviously, you've got your Braun Breaker, but he's a shoo-in to be like a star.
Braun Breaker.
So there's not really like a intrigue.
No.
It's like you know what's going to happen. So
if they do this right, they use this time to build up these characters. They really give these characters a stand out from each other, and they don't just fall into a shuffle. And they really give them a bit of dimension. And they can afford to do it at this time as well because it's a complete refresh. This is only the second week it's been going. So it's nice. They've given us something in Joe Gacy with this, whatever it is it's meant to be. It's pretty cool. It's all right.
Yeah, and then, that's Grounds gets a cave for the match. He got off ends. It's cool. Yeah. We get a recap of the wedding because no one's on the show.
Yeah. Faces Kevin's off to Mount Rushmore. He fucking, damn right he is.
And Wade Barrett at the end of this. Loomis better have learned oral skills on his honeymoon.
I've put. He talks about oral, and they're definitely trying to make it more edgier and slightly comical.
It's edgy.
Edgy.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Wade Barrett, edgelord.
Edgelord. Push him
yeah, it's a bit... Beth's reaction when he said about oral was just priceless.
Both of them just staring at him. Next up, we got a promo of Wagner.
Wow, come on.
Great Khali Mini.
It's disrespectful, mate. Give the guy a chance. Give the guy a chance. He's had more NXT championship opportunities than most of the roster. Put some respect on it.
Come on now. He was hitting a tire in his back garden.
Yeah? What have
Where
you got
does
in
he
your
store that back garden?
What have you got in your back garden?
Where does he store that back
What
garden?
do you mean, where does he store it? Where does he store this back garden? Typically, people store their back gardens in their back gardens. They're at the back of the house, hence the name, as opposed to a front garden.
Right. Where does he store the tire in his back garden?
In the garden?
No, because typically people store everything in the shed. That tire's not fitting in a shed.
No, but he probably uses it all the time. Have you seen the size of him? He works out daily. Yeah, you sip your drink.
Sip my drink, alright.
Your little sippy cup.
Fucking... It's no fitting that tire in a shed. I'm telling you.
Fucking fit you in a shed.
No fitting me in a shed, pal.
Hey, pal.
That's my doghouse for when I'm a bad boy. Next up, we get Elektra Lopez versus Candice, not Larry. I didn't get her second name, so...
Anna Shear.
So it wasn't even Candice. There you go.
Why would it be Candice LeRae?
No, I thought her first name was Candice.
No,
so
it was Anna.
Well...
They don't even start with the same letter.
Well, I never heard that. Alright. cut me some slack. We're live. It's
Yeah.
pressure in the spotlight, okay?
I think you'd have still have fucked it if we weren't live, pal. The world is watching, and by the world I mean Faye. So get it right.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Match starts. Lopez destroys Anna, not Candice. Anna.
Squash.
Yeah. Like a dog ripping apart a teddy.
This is definitely better than B-Fab's debut, I say debut. Lopez has had a match previously, but since this rivalry started, Lopez's match against a lesser opponent, whatever you want to call him, a handsome talent, this was better. She looks the more polished of the two, which isn't a surprise. Like, B-Fab isn't an out-and-out wrestler. Like, Lopez has clearly got a bit more wrestling background.
Yeah.
But she looks right. She nearly fluffed the finish, though.
I mean, there's a sketchy powerbomb, likes.
Yeah. How many powerbombs have you hit, Aaron?
Hit one on you in a minute.
Will you now? Through the power of Zoom.
Watch. Because he said them fucking 3 names earlier, he'll be fucking, the spirits will be powerbombing him.
Oh, mate, fucking hell. Hang on, what's going on? You'll have your chance of powerbombing. Where is it? We can play fucking 2K21. Entire fire of a game. Or Battleground.
No, they're both pish. It's fine.
We'll wait for 2K22 to come out. Or the new AEW game.
New AEW game. Yeah.
2K22's got GM mode.
I mean, I'll probably buy both anyway.
I'll fucking definitely buy both.
I'm definitely buying both.
Buying both. No fucking about.
La Madrina, as she's called now.
Right. Right.
Oh, have you done a translate on what it means? I was supposed to, but I forgot to do it.
Nah, it's your fucking job, pal. Come on. So, I did look it up. Where is it? I'm going to have La Madrina. So, I looked up La Madrina. La Madrina. Madrina. To my understanding, at least.
No, I've read that as well, yeah.
I typed that in, and the first thing that came up was Griselda Blanco, Colombian drug lord. Griselda Blanco Restrepo, known as La Madrina, the Black Widow, the cocaine godmother, and the queen of narco trafficking, was a Colombian drug lord of the Medellin cartel and a pioneer in the Miami-based cocaine trade and underworld during the 1980s and the early 2000s. So she's taken the name of a well-known crack baron or baroness.
What happened in the 90s?
90s?
Because you said she was like boss of the underground.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not fully read into the wiki page. But it says 1980. Oh no, sorry, 1980s through to the early 2000s.
Right. Okay.
I thought she'd had a momentary hiatus for 15, 20 years and just went, do you know what? Crack's not really my thing. I'm going to go into bakery for a bit, I think. And then when the money dried up from baking, she was like, "Where's the crack?" I was alright at that, and she jumped back into it. I don't know. Anyway, that's what she called herself. Well, I don't know what the direct translation is, but that was the first thing I looked up, and that was the comparison.
Yeah.
I could look up meaning. Hang on.
Is she Colombian or is she Mexican?
It's putting in Marina. I don't want Marina. I want Madrina. I mean, I know what a Marina is. I'm not a fud. Okay. It means godmother.
Godmother. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, noun. Godfather, godmother, godparent. A person who, at child's baptism...
Overlord.
Crack overlord. Faye says someone in NXT has clearly took the meaning of cocaine energy to heart. They've clearly been watching 2.0 way too much.
Oh, yeah. She calls it B-Fab. Hit row appear. B-Fab not with the boys, though, coming down the row.
Hit row. We do that every time, Aaron. Come on. It's one of your favourite songs.
Sorry, mate.
It's okay.
It's not.
Next time. No, it is. You told me.
I'll pretend it is, yeah. Not with... She attacks Lopez. They have a wee Spewy Louie fight.
Spewy Louie? Spewy Louie in the News, that famous band from the 70s. Spewy Lewis. I don't know. Crack on. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and then next up we get Trey Baxter gets a kiss from a random stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
I don't know who she is. Who is she? I'd be shouting stranger danger.
Corey J is that her name? Corey J?
Cora Jade?
Cora Jade.
That's who you're thinking of. But is it her? Pass. They all look the same.
Pass.
Anyway,
Wow.
She says he's like a superhero. Oh, he's getting ricocheted.
Oh jeez, I've
it's
written
happening again.
When she walks off and he goes superhero, and I was like, fuck me, don't do it, don't do it, please don't do it, please don't do it. Don't have him come in like a fucking D-rate fucking Batman. He'll be Trey Baxter ASH
Stop.
within a month.
Trey Baxman.
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 That's what he's coming out to. And they're going to give him an Undertaker entrance for it as well, so they can play the whole song out.
Stop. Stop.
Absolute pish. Absolute
You get too far,
pish.
Troy.
No, they took it too far. And they're about to, and they will. Please don't give him some nonsense superhero gimmick. I say that after I've just compared him to a fucking shit Buddy Matthews.
Yeah, that's all on you.
But
your fault.
But no, credit where credit's due. He is fucking good. Don't stick him with some nonsense superhero gimmick. Please don't do that. No one. Nikki Cross doesn't need that. Trey Baxter doesn't. No one. Molly Holly didn't need that. What? What? She didn't need it. No one
I'll let
needs
you
it.
crack on, mate.
Bullshit, mate.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Right. Next.
Next up, we get Raquel Gonzalez and Frankie Monet backstage. They have a lot of words. Cool, I didn't care.
Right.
And then Lash Legend. Who the fuck is she? Was she on the week before? Was she on 2 weeks ago?
Where are we getting these names?
Who
Lash Legend. Imagine if I debuted in NXT next week. What's your name? But like, yeah, Beard Brother. Do you know what I mean? It sounds just as daft. Lash Legend.
Eyebrow Eric.
Eyebrow Eric. Pubic
Where's
Pete.
the Eric?
Pubic Pete. Like, it's all pish. Why? It's just... Lash Legend. I don't know. Anyway, also... How has Frankie Monet shithoused her way into a fucking title opportunity? She's done absolutely nothing.
I'm pretty sure she just called it, to be honest. I think that's
wow. Is that that's how you get title opportunities now? You just go, I've had I've had 3 piss poor matches against jobbers. Can I have a title shot? That's what. Tell me she's done nothing else. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, Kaylee Ray's coming up next, so it's fine.
Kaylee Ray. Kaylee Ray. Kaylee Ray.
Soon, if Frankie Monet does end up taking that title next week, it's fine.
Soon to be NXT Women's Forever Champion.
Yeah. Not just the UK, but the world.
No. She's going to unify them. She's going to go back over. She's going to slap the taste out of Satomura's mouth, unify them, and be the fucking transatlantic forever champion.
Lash Legend gets a talk show. I don't even know who the fuck she is. Cool, riveting.
I shit on it, I laugh about it. Might be right, but that's
like me debuting and go, I want to have a talk show.
Yeah, but nobody watch your talk show.
Why do people want to watch her talk show?
Mm.
What are you doing?
Thing is, we joke about it, we laugh about it, but it's a different way of introducing character. She's not just coming out and having like an enhancement talent squash match. Her introduction is like, the thing is, I've not heard her on the microphone. I may sit here and eat my words. She may be absolute trash on the microphone. But the fact that they're giving, and I don't recall her having any kind of in-ring match beforehand, the fact that they're giving her television, like, in-ring debut, if you like, as her own talk show, to me says that they've got some stock involved there. Like, there's got to be something for her to go, you've not been in a match yet. We're going to have you in-ring with your own talk show segment. If you look on main roster, who's had their own talk show segments that stand out? Bayley, KO, Jericho, Sami Zayn. All good guys on the fucking microphone. Who's had one on NXT? Who's had their own talk show segment on NXT?
Have we had one?
Exactly. I'm sure there might have been. We may well be missing it. Yeah. But my point is like, this is someone else that they're introducing, and they're giving her, like, they're giving us our first introduction to her via an in-ring, like, TV style chat show segment. Like, as I say, I may sit here, I may eat my words, it may be shite, but it's a different way of introducing someone. So again, credit where some credit is due, I suppose.
Yeah. Next up, Odyssey Jones fights two men. Jones does some eating. Andre Chase appears eventually.
Did you get the names of the two guys? Because I only got one of them. Kari Millman. The other guy I didn't know.
Pass. I never got either.
Okay, don't worry about
it. I mean, do we need to know?
Not so much. Andre Chase came out to watch. That was it.
Yeah, Andre Chase appears. Odyssey does some more squishing for the win. Chase goes for a smack with a chair. It awkwardly just falls apart.
Yeah, did Odyssey Jones like hit it and it fell apart, or did it just sort of fall apart on its own?
It fell apart before he touched it, I think. That's what it seemed to me. It looked like it had already...
I think it was meant to be a gimmick chair, and Odyssey was meant to hit it in a certain way for it to fall apart, and I think the arse flute.
Well, I think he was like, meant to like punch through it or whatever, but he just grabbed the edge of it, so it just fell out. Yeah. Instead of punching it, he just grabbed it and it just sort of fell off.
You can't shit on that sort of stuff. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can. It was shit.
You can, and we will. It was shit.
It was shit. And then we get Carmelo Hayes backstage, keeps going on about how he's keeping his options open, like it's a Money in the Bank when it's not a Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I don't get why they're suddenly treating this like it's a Money in the Bank, like he can just walk in and just slam the bit of paper in the ref's face. Like,
yeah.
I mean, saying that,
maybe it could be. I don't know.
If they are treating it like a Money in the Bank, I'm actually quite cool with that, because that's one thing I've said, and I guess this is partly why the breakout tournament exists, in that it's meant to give that breakout star the opportunity to go straight for a title, which is cool. But I think one thing that NXT is missing is a Money in the Bank scenario. They don't even have to call it Money in the Bank. They could call it something completely different. But that whole concept where there's a contract, they can cash in at any time for a title opportunity. That's one of the few things that's exciting about the main roster stuff. Aside from the big 4 pay-per-views, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, the idea, the concept of the Money in the Bank is always really interesting. Like, it can change the dynamic of a match straight away. And I think NXT's missing something like that. And I've noticed, and it's not even just a one-off, it's been the past couple of weeks, anytime Carmelo Hayes mentions about his contract, he speaks about it more like it's a Money in the Bank contract, rather than, as they have done in previous, or they've only had the breakout tournament once, but it being, I'll choose a champion and then there'll be a match set. Like, it sounds like he's talking it up like it's, I can just walk in and challenge whenever I want. And I think that's kind of cool. And if they turn that into some sort of pay-per-view every year, like they had
any title as well.
If there was an NXT Money in the Bank, like a takeover Money in the Bank, or takeover I don't know, whatever they want to call
King
it.
of the Mountain.
Cash in the Attic. I know that's a TV show on BBC. But do you know what I mean? Like something along those lines. I think that'd be pretty cool because they're doing a good job of introducing a hell of a lot of new people. All these people are going to need a title to vie for. Yeah. And because there's so many of them, that kind of number one contender thing is going to become really stacked. So there needs to be another way, like a fast track way, where they can just go, "Well, I've won this. I'm straight in."
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm all for it, to be honest. I'm happy with it. I'd go with that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't oppose to it. Next up, we get Ike Mansion. Let's go.
Oh, mate, I fucking love this.
Tripping balls.
It was the bit that he said where it was just like from Japan, like people know Japan as strong style. But with me, it's style strong. Like, fucking right it is. Look at the state of your wardrobe, mate.
Style strong. He winks in the camera and smiles.
Oh, mate.
What a lad.
If I had a fraction of that guy's wardrobe. Oh, boy. That was awesome. I love it. I think he's fucking cool, man. Like, they've got a lot of serious gimmicks there.
Yeah.
Every now and again, it's nice to break it up with something a bit silly.
I'm all for gimmicks.
It's really cool.
Just don't be too silly.
I mean, this is pretty silly. The guy wrestles in fucking jackets only with watermelons on it. It's pretty silly.
Don't have him as literally just a gimmick. Like, he can fight. He's a wrestler. He can.
He is, yeah. But his whole gimmick is that he wears a jacket.
Yeah. So I'm saying, don't be like the fucking Repo Man where you're a glorified jobber.
How dare you? How dare you?
Don't be like
Dolph Ziggler.
It's not a gimmick though.
Fucking is a gimmick.
He steals everyone else's gimmick.
Well, wow, there's that. If Dolph Ziggler's back in the Attitude Era, his gimmick would be a stand-up comedian. He'd come out and do it. He'd come out and he'd
don't be a bad man.
He'd come out and do a 20-minute promo, which would be a stand-up comedy act before he got in the ring and just jobbed out to someone.
Oh, fucking hell!
But big fan of Ikemen Hero.
Yep, give me more.
Superb,
please.
all of that, more of that.
And then next.
What's your favourite tag team? What's your favourite tag team coming up?
What coming up next? Toxic Attraction.
No, not them. After, but we'll talk about Toxic Attraction first.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm with you now. Yeah, we'll talk about them first. Mandy's on a mic. Behind this beauty is a beast. That's what every woman says.
Every woman, yeah.
Every woman literally says that.
Just to go to the comments quickly, Faye says, "Style strong." Somewhere, Uncle Dave is screaming into a pillow. Yeah, but if it was in the Tokyo Dome, he'd love it.
5 stars.
Aye, 7 stars, pal.
7 stars.
7 stars, style strong. Sorry, mate. Go on. Yeah, it's a pretty much like cookie cutter promo in it for new like generic women's faction. They're like, I don't know.
It's like every genuine woman says that. Oh, I'm a nice shy girl, like during the week, or I'm pretty and I'll just flaunt but I'm a freak at night. I'm a freak. I'm a beast. Beast mode. Engaged.
Beast mode. I'm a sultry lady in the day, but I'm Brock Lesnar by night. Are you? I hen. I don't know. Like.
I don't care. Cool.
The promo for me was nothing.
No,
the promo for me did nothing. But I like that there's another faction.
My little other note for these lot talking is Gigi looking and sounding like that kid no one talks to, but she thinks the world is against her.
Yeah, I've put down here name of the faction, Daddy Issues a Night.
Yeah.
I do not mean that in like a sexist way or anything, but just do something a little more with them. Like it's predictable.
Yeah.
I like that there's another faction. I like that it's an all-female faction, but it just feels a bit predictable. The promo was very predictable. It was very cookie cutter. Like, Yeah.
There's only so much Mandy Rose can do on the mic, mate. Come on.
Well, there's that.
Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And then they want Io and Zoe. Io accepts because she doesn't like them. Indy's best pal appears. I can't remember her name.
I don't know her name. I've just put Indy's mate says she's on honeymoon, but they want a chance when she gets back.
Yeah, cool.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I have put where have my notes gone?
She literally says they're not the only team about. Are you sure, Hen? Because there's no that many teams going of it.
Toxic Attraction. The name's meh. However, I think they need to cause a big fucking upset and take the titles off Stark and Shirai next week. To give Toxic Attraction some momentum and some traction, no pun intended. And also, Stark and Shirai are doing absolutely nothing with the tag team title.
Mate, they're going to sushi bars and try to get cozy with each other.
It's pish.
Aye.
It's crap. They're not doing anything.
Remember
when the women's tag team titles first appeared in NXT, and everyone thought, "Oh, okay. Well, are they going to unify them? Are they going to get rid of the ones off main roster? Are they going to start treating it seriously?" No, okay, no, they're going to have their own ones. All right. Well, we've seen there's a few decent tag teams off the back of the Dusty Classic, like the first women's Dusty Classic. Okay, the division is at that time already better than what they had on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Where are we now?
About 6 of the teams are now split up.
6 of the teams are now split up. How many of the women's tag teams can you name in NXT? Apart from Io Shirai and Zoe Stark, who were champions.
Casey, Kybe, Arsware, and Kaden Carter.
Yeah.
Obviously, Toxic Attraction is a valid tag team.
Mm.
The ones... Has Frankie Monet got a team? No, she's just got the one, doesn't she?
Indy Hartwell and her mate, who we don't know her name.
Yeah.
And that's it, we don't even know her name. Like, they might have mentioned it. I don't remember what it was, but they've not established... For me, they've not established them as a tag team. Otherwise, you go, oh yeah, that's... What's her name? Like, Indy Hartwell. Like, just, no.
Yeah.
The Way aren't a tag team anymore, which is why clearly this girl's in there, because Candice LeRae's pregnant, so she can't wrestle.
Yeah.
That's it. Why have all women's tag teams are in there? And the thing is, there's plenty of, like, they could put together. Like, they could form one in Tian Sha. They could have Mei Ying and Xia Li. There's another tag team.
Is Xia Li still injured? She might still be injured.
She might be, but what I mean is, like, when she comes back, there's a tag team there. Like, just... I don't know. Just give me a reason to care about the women's tag division. Like, I want to care, but you're not giving me much reason to do so.
Don't just have most teams be uneasy friendships that want gold. That's all I ask.
Yeah, like, have them established as a tag team. Like, Casey and Caden, yeah, like, we shit on them and we laugh about it. But they established them as a tag team for a good while ago. Even before the Dusty Cup. To me, Casey and Caden are the only actual legitimate tag team in NXT at the moment.
Yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, move on. We digress.
Yeah. We've had our cry. Champion Breaker versus Badminton.
Badminton. That's what you've gone with, yeah? That's your best. That's
Badminton.
Right.
Did you get it, Troy?
Please explain to me and anyone else watching, what do you mean?
Because they're bad men and badminton. So badminton. Get see?
Yeah, no, I'm still not getting it, but carry on, it's okay. If anyone's got an idea what he means, please drop it in the comments.
Match starts, Ciampa goes for the fairy tale ending, doesn't quite get it instantly. 50-50 between Ciampa and Dunn. Breaker and Holland have a hoss off.
Love that. Yeah, Big Tasty's there with a fan over his fucking alarm.
Sweat dripping off him. Ciampa has to defend himself loads as he looks like Mufasa from The Lion King. The minute times he's getting stomped on. Breaker hot tags people. Breaker hot tags, and people in the crowd decide to do pitbull noises.
Pitbull?
Yeah.
What, like Mr. Worldwide?
You know, no, as in dog-faced gremlin noises.
Face dog gremlin.
Yeah.
Shitbag, McFuck.
Yeah.
Faces, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I think it was more in regards to, was it the tag team?
Badminton.
Badminton. Yeah.
Badminton.
Faye, I am going to worry about it because I have to deal with him every week. And if Pete Dunne and Rich Holland are going to become a tag team, and this is what Aaron's going to call them every week, I need to understand what he means. So I will worry about it. It's
badminton. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, breaker hot tags. People in the crowd make pitbull noises like because I think he's not got any relatives that do that at all. Not at all.
No. He's not got any relatives. He's got no relatives of reputable wrestling background.
Nope. But the thing is, they don't want to say that he's definitely not got an uncle or that.
I know what you're going to say.
But they say, listen to the NXT universe.
Yeah,
they do it.
Do you know what they also do? Yeah, they allow him to do the fucking Steiner recliner.
No, even Beth calls it the recliner.
Jesus Christ.
Even Beth calls it the recliner.
It's absolute bullshit. Faye says bad men that weigh a ton. Is that what you mean? As
in the sport, badminton. Badminton.
Yeah, but neither of them play badminton.
You don't know that. Do you stalk them? Pervert.
Well, I know Pete Dunne. He does shopping for my mum.
God, does he?
Nah, he doesn't. I mean, he lives he's from down the road from my ma, but they don't play badminton.
How do you know? Hey,
how do you know?
Okay.
How do you know? He's not getting those muscles from playing badminton. Behave. I know people that play badminton. Have you watched the Olympics? Have you seen badminton players? They're not the size of Ridge Holland. You used to play badminton.
I used to play badminton.
Did you? Yeah. What happened?
Laziness.
Is it?
Badminton.
Right, carry on.
Fine, we'll go back to fucking Bad Street Birmingham then, right?
We'll
go back to that. We'll go back to that. Yeah, he puts a recliner on Dunne, as Beth Phoenix calls it.
It's a Steiner recliner. Gets a fuck.
More hoss off by Breaker and Holland. Wade Barrett goes British beef versus American beef. So one real meat and one isn't it?
One's spam from a tin, and the other one is flame grilled Aberdeen Angus. And I think we know which one I'm fucking talking about.
And then
whoa! Just before you carry on. In fact, no, we can do it afterwards. We can address it afterwards. Faye will address that afterwards. Go on, Aaron.
Right. Okay. Right, at the end of the match, Mango Chutney Kyle appears attacking Holland, giving Breaker the win, hitting Holland with his slam. 1, 2, 3, bish, bash, bosh.
Yeah, they're going to give that a name, but at least for another 6 months it's going to be called an up and down.
Up and down. All for it.
All for it.
Yeah, that is NXT.
Bron Breakker looks impressive as fuck. 2 weeks into it.
I can't not hear Scott Steiner when he talks.
I know. When he cut that promo, I was like, please, just say a number.
Yeah.
Just any number. Any number. Just give me a
fraction. Please.
Do a fraction. Just give us a fucking anything. Faye says, right. Get them on the podcast. We need to know. Oh, yeah. Get
badminton.
Get Rich Holland and Pete Dunne on the podcast.
Right.
Explain. Also, Faye says, I'm tired of him not being a Steiner now, and it's only been a week. Me too. Us too. It's mental.
You're not allowed to call him Steiner, but he's going to do everything. He's going to have sirens in his music. He's going to do the recliner.
It's fucking daft, innit? It's mental.
his move is going to be that massive gorilla press into a fucking body slam.
Oh,
which
the
I'm
minute
sure
you
Scott
press
did.
into the... Yeah, probably.
I'm
it
sure
looks
Scott
like the sort of
Steiner
move
did
Scott
that.
Steiner would do. Absolutely.
Next, you'll be fucking hitting the Frankensteiner. I'm calling it now. And the next month, he's hitting
If you
a
hit the
Frankensteiner.
Frankensteiner, he'll beat
Telling
Champa.
you.
He'll beat Champa with a Frankensteiner. You
He's
heard
going
it
to
here
beat
first.
Ciampa with a Frankensteiner.
Heard it here first. It's going to
It's
happen.
happening.
It is. It is. Faces, what if he throws a curveball and starts doing scientific equations? yeah. Just busts out a fucking, what they called, a Bunsen burner and some goggles. Just goes full biology on your ass. Oh, man. As you say, that wraps up NXT for this week. Before we wrap up, if anyone's got any questions, if you're listening to this on Spotify or any other streaming service for podcasts, we are currently going out live on Twitch. This will also be uploaded to YouTube. So as we're live, we're throwing out some questions to the viewers in the Twitch stream. So if anyone has got any questions, please drop them into the chat. Meanwhile, while we wait for any questions to come in, Aaron, what were your highs and lows of the show?
My high is going to be the Icky Man Mansion. Because my jizz was all funny colours on this one.
Was your sex on fire?
My sex was on
Was
fire.
it now?
Aye. Yeah. Not the funny rash that does that at all.
Get that looked at, mate.
And my low, I think, Tony D'Angelo. Aye.
Tony D'Angelo.
Tony D'Angelo's
Sloppy Tony Giuseppe.
Tony Macaroni.
You can call him what you want. Fair enough. What were my highs? Oh.
Sorry, Joe Gacy. I know. Shout out. Banging.
Honourable mention.
Honourable mention, Joe Gacy.
Honourable
Can't wait
mention.
to see more of him.
Okay. My low. Oh, it's difficult. Like we shut on a few bits, but I wouldn't say they were lows. It was just.
You've got to remember
because we're shitbags.
This is the second week of the rehash.
Week, exactly. You
So
need to give it time to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have a low. Like if there was something I was going to pick as a low, it would be nitpicking. There wasn't anything that stood out as being utter shite to me. Like there were bits.
No, there
where
was nothing complete dog shit.
Yeah, there
no.
wasn't bits that I was like, gosh. There was bits where I was like, So I'm not going to have a low. I'm going to be honest. My high is going to be just Bron Breakker, generally.
Yeah,
like I say, like
minus the non-Steiner things.
they've got stock in him. They're investing into him. To me, it comes across like that. I'm really intrigued to see what they do with him. It wouldn't surprise me if he was the one to just take the belt off Ciampa. I mean, as a crossover, right? So you won it in the first week NXT 2.0. It would be like, what do they call it? Passing down the torch or whatever. It would be like passing
that.
The torch. Yeah.
Literally passing the torch to the new generation.
That feels like it's what Ciampa's doing. And I think Jay mentioned it the other week in his comments off the back of kind of not so much as a question, but just off the back of the first week of NXT 2.0 was it feels like the reason they position Ciampa as the champion is so that it elevates everyone around him.
Yeah.
He's part of the old guard there, if you like. He gets it. Like, he can have a fucking banging match with anyone. And just, yeah. I think he's going to do a fucking awesome job. May take several months. I hope it takes several months. I hope it takes 6 months. I hope it takes maybe closer to a year. And basically, Ciampa just elevates everyone and anyone that comes into NXT 2.0.
This could be the show where they still keep the NXT way of a pay-per-view once every 3 months.
Yeah.
Vinnie Mac can prove to everyone that even at his age, he can still do long-term booking.
Yeah.
This could be the show, because it's completely rehashed. This could be the time to do it. Be like,
hopefully,
fuck yous are.
Yeah, I feel like I want this to restore a bit. Like, it may not, and again, I may eat my words, but I'd like this to be the show that kind of restores a bit of faith and goes, okay, Raw's trash, SmackDown's alright, NXT is still like, alright, there's something there. They still get it. So, I don't know. But yeah, my high is Braun Breaker. Generally, just the way they're presenting him. I think he's fucking cool. Really cool. There's one question in the chat from Faye. She says, I've got a question now, though. Now it's been 2 weeks of 2.0, which is super important, she says. Yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah.
How do you feel the new look is now? How do you feel the new look is now? It's got some sort of traction. And what are your concerns for Vinny's special edge?
I said last week I love the look of it. Like, bar the very NWA feel about it, like a
TV studio sort of thing.
Like a TV studio, yeah. But I think I'm over that now. Like, I didn't really worry about it this week. First impressions are done now.
Right.
I really like the look of the ramp and stuff. I loved it because it was completely different to anything we've had.
Yeah.
It's like, just give me different things. Don't have just a video screen as your entranceway. Vinny's edge. I mean, it could just be swearing and more.
There were elements of Vinny's. We'll call it Vinny's edge. There were elements of it this week, like that we got a 15-minute opening promo. However, there were elements of apparently what he wants to impose on it going forward, where it felt, I don't want to say edgy, but just even like the what's his name? The university guy. I forget his name. Sorry, excuse me. Andre Chase. Him swearing and then bleeping that out, like Braun Breaker coming out and like calling everyone a bitch or something, or like little bits like that. Like, even, and this isn't to demote, discriminate, whatever term you want to call it. The presentation of like what they call toxic attraction, that even felt a little bit edgy. That's not to say I want to see them come out parade in very little every single week, but it does feel like a little bit of a tonal shift. Like, and it's a weird one, because if you look at the way they've presented some stuff, if they want to go down an edgier route, it feels like how it used to look with that dark, gritty, like Underground Metal Club would have suited more of an edgier dialect and tone and narrative. But now they've made it this kind of like fucking Neil Buchanan's Art Attack, like bright, vibrant sports entertainment thing. But they're like, oh yeah, but we want it to be edgy, and you're like, well then you should have just left it. Like, you should have left the aesthetic how it was. Like, it's doesn't make sense. But yeah, my response to that question, I don't mind the look at all. I really don't mind the look. It's pretty cool. I do like it. Faye completely agrees, by the way, with your point. I do like the feel of it. I do like the set of it. It's leagues apart from what they had before, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. As we said, I just hope that it continues, like Vince gets it. I hope that it kind of feels like it's, I'll say, treated like a third, not just a developmental. And I say that off the back of what Ciampa said in his opening promo, when he said, we are the A brand. So they're recognizing that they are part of that lineage of brands. There's Raw, SmackDown, and there's NXT. Because they wouldn't have allowed, scripting stuff, like they wouldn't have allowed that to be scripted in if they didn't see it factoring in somewhere. My hope was, and I've put it in my notes and I forgot to mention it, was please include them in Survivor Series again.
Yeah.
And last time they included them in Survivor Series, it was because they just switched network, and they wanted to cement them as, we've just switched network, this is what we're putting on there. Do it again. Yeah, they're on the same network, but you've completely rebranded the product.
Yeah.
Do the same again. Not necessarily have them win. You don't have to put them over Raw and SmackDown, but have them compete. Have them go head-to-head with Raw at least.
I mean, at Survivor Series, Keith Lee came out the biggest star in that, and he didn't win.
And he didn't win anything, exactly. And at the time, he was on NXT.
Yeah.
Put them as part of Survivor Series. Don't have them win, but have them compete. Have them look at least a semi-equal to one of the shows. Yeah. I'd also like them to be part of the draft. And I know they showed an advert during this week's NXT 2.0 for the draft, and it was very much Raw and SmackDown. Have them part of the draft as well. If you're rebranding the show, if you're bringing up this like wealth of new talent, there's clearly going to be some guys and gals there that you don't figure into in the long term.
Yeah.
Bring them up to Raw or SmackDown and have them as part of that draft. Like, do it. Like, it makes sense to me. But as like 2 weeks in, I'm not disappointed. I'm not like, oh, this is shit already. You can feel there's, like, aesthetics aside, you can feel there's some changes in the writing, the production, but it's not necessarily bad. And I'm still here for it. I'm still okay with it. So, there's that. Anyway, that's NXT 2.0.
That was a long one, that.
It was a long one. We did fucking best part of 2 hours. But you know what?
Hell.
It was good. There's plenty to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we wouldn't be sat here talking 2 hours, like...
This is the show I enjoy more, is there's lots of different stuff happening as opposed to long matches.
Yeah.
Like, on a TV show, weekly TV show, I'd rather than an average TV match that lasts 15 minutes, give it 5-10 minutes and then put 2 segments instead. Works. Love it.
Yeah. It is good. It is good. It's thoroughly enjoyable. It really is. For now. We'll see.
For now, yeah.
Anyway, that wraps up this week's NXT 2.0, don't you forget, review. Thank you for joining us as always. This has been the first one that we've done on Twitch, so for those that joined us on Twitch, we very, very much appreciate it for getting involved in the comments, dropping in your questions, your points of view and your thoughts. Faces, I enjoy NXT and NXT UK way more than the others. Absolutely.
I don't even watch Raw and SmackDown anymore at all. No. Not even highlights on YouTube. I don't.
We don't review Raw and SmackDown anymore.
No.
We may periodically drop into it, maybe once a month, briefly, and whether that's something we mention on a news episode or we give it its own one. But yeah, at the moment, things to watch in NXT are NXT and NXT UK.
Yeah.
For all of us. So yeah, absolutely. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Very, very much appreciated. If you've joined us live on Twitch, if you're listening to the audio version of this on whatever streaming platform, if you're watching a rerun of this on Twitch or on YouTube, yeah, just cheers for checking us out. I really appreciate it. Whatever platform you're listening to this on, if you get a moment, drop us a review, drop us a rating. That'd be really, really appreciated. We've got some big things coming up. We've got some big interviews. Recording a big interview this Friday. We've got another big interview the following week. In fact, we've got 3 or 4 interviews with a variety of guests, a real strong variety of guests. Some independent wrestlers, some established wrestlers previously from WWE, NXT, and also some other podcasters based over in the States as well. So a real wealth of people, a real wealth of comments and insights. So yeah, check it out. Keep doing what you do. Keep following us. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing the love. We really appreciate it. And thank you so much. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
What's the difference between World War I and Frankie Monet? World War I is over.
That was pretty good, to be fair.
I know.
You must love this podcast housing, the Untitled Wrestling Podcast Housing.